little bit of a dramatic intro. Well, guys, welcome to Sarah in the Universe. My name is Sarah, and yes, you saw it right from the title. This is a Barbie fan, me, finally watching Oppenheimer. I finally watched Oppenheimer, guys. Yes, Barbenheimer for me is finally complete. Now, I'm sure some of you are watching this, you're like, really? You did not watch Oppenheimer in the theaters the way that Nolan intended this to be watched? I know. Listen, I have a good reason for this. Okay. So also, welcome Barbie. She's going to be in the background of this video. Everyone say, hi, Barbie. Okay. So, yes, I did see Barbie like 3 or 4 times in theaters. I can't remember how many. It was somewhere around that. Now, my mom was like, okay, you can watch Oppenheimer, I'm gonna take your dad, we'll go watch it, right? Okay. So that day comes around, and then I was like, okay, mom, like, when are we gonna go watch Oppenheimer? And then she was like, oh yeah, they ran out of tickets, there's only 2 left. My mom just Regina Georged me. Like, are you kidding me? So after getting like the cut from going to see Oppenheimer with my parents, I felt so heartbroken. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait or at home to see it because no one wants to watch Oppenheimer with me. So that's why I ended up just, it came out on Peacock a few weeks ago and I finally watched it yesterday. Now, I really wish I did watch it in theaters because the movie is absolutely magnificent. I'm going to get into my review, but yes, I'm really upset at myself for not going. I should have just gone by myself, or maybe my mom would have gone with me again. I honestly never asked. I'm sure she would have, but I'm very sad, and I doubt that Nolan is watching this. Mr. Nolan, my apologies for not witnessing your magnificent film in theaters. I am so sorry, okay? I am so sorry. With that being said, I know you guys probably think this is gonna be like a troll video funny. No, I am accurately reviewing this film. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, first thing I want to say is, wow, what a magnificent film. The way that it was just shot and everything was absolutely just stunning. I honestly, my favorite Nolan films are obviously the Dark Knight films, as well as like Inception, but this film just, it was just so done so well and pieced so well together, and everything came together to make this film so great. I mean, the cast, which is completely A-list, which I'm going to get to, but it was just amazing. The music, I loved in the beginning of the film when they would show him like thinking about like the stars and space, and it would just cut to all those things. Like, that was so amazing. Like, that was really cool. Obviously there's gonna be spoilers in here. I mean, the movie's been out, guys, so I apologize, but there's gonna be spoilers. And also what I want to say is I do love history. Like, when I was in school, I loved, hearing about history. I do remember, obviously talking about what happened, World War II and Japan and everything. But I never really heard about Oppenheimer, that he was like the brains behind this operation. And so I think that story in general was just really interesting to see. And it really made me think of a line which came at the end of the film when Oppenheimer's feeling very guilty about everything that happened in Japan because of what he created. I don't think I can say that word, guys, what he created, so, but you know what I'm talking about. And President Truman, he tells him, they aren't going to care who made it, they care about who dropped it. That's who they're mad at, and that's me. I was like, oh. And that kind of explains why I think, at least for me, whenever we learned about, World War II and all this stuff and all that, we never heard about Oppenheimer. At least I had never heard about Oppenheimer, so it's crazy. Like, even though like the film had this huge impact, and everything, but now I feel like more people, myself included, it's just kind of like with Titanic. I feel like a lot of us didn't know about Titanic until the movie came out. So kind of like with Oppenheimer, I didn't know who he was until we got his story here. So I think that was a really cool thing. I think that's why it's cool to make these movies, to learn about people in history that are connected to these really huge events, because we just didn't know about it. Also, I want to say before I want to get into more stuff, Ludwig Göransson, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. What a score. First of all, he has done so many just master scores throughout, like The Mandalorian. He's done the Black Panther film, so many things that I love that, and this, oh my gosh. And I also forgot to say why I'm doing this video. It is Oscars week if you're watching it like before the Oscars, and that's why I wanted to make sure I got this video out there, that I watch Oppenheimer so we can be ready for the Barbenheimer Oscars. But man, I really hope that Ludwig picks up that Oscar for the music. I'm sure he will, but man, the music is just so good. Another element that really wows this whole film. It's incredible. It really is incredible. Yeah, okay, so hold on. I need my iPad here because I had the cast on, and I need to see everybody because wow, the cast. I don't know why that I didn't know that Josh Hartnett was in this film, because I guess from all the promotion and everything with the cast, I just never I don't remember seeing him as much, but I was like, oh my gosh, it's so crazy that he's in this, but he was also in Pearl Harbor, right? It's like, he's just like in all these historical films, and I think that's great. He was great. I loved, and then, yes, so obviously, like, I'm going to get into Cillian Murphy, which I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, because people are saying Cillian Murphy, but I'm pretty sure it's Cillian. Apologies, sir. But yes, Robert Downey Jr. has also been picking up awards this award season as well for playing Louis Strauss. Robert Downey Jr. completely transformed in this film. I didn't recognize him at all. He was incredible. He absolutely deserves Oscar. I mean, you know me, I'm a Ryan Gosling fan. I really want Ryan Gosling to win for Ken. In my heart, he's still a winner. But absolutely, Robert Downey Jr. does deserve that, the Oscars, because wow, he really transformed. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I don't even recognize that. Of course, I know him mostly as Tony Stark, but completely transformed in this role. I loved it. And then Florence Pugh, gosh, I love her. She had the most fiery role in this movie. No pun intended, I'm sorry. But my gosh, every movie she's in, she's so exciting. I love her. She was amazing in this. I love when she was like, don't bring me flowers. And he literally brings her flowers, Oppenheimer, and she's just dumping them in the trash. Girl, I love her. Emily Blunt was amazing too, as always. When is she never not amazing? And then of course I was remembering that she was in A Quiet Place too with Cillian Murphy, so I love how they're doing like all that stuff now. And then, okay, before I want to save Cillian Murphy for the end, right? So obviously, like, I'm a huge fan of The Boys, as you guys can see. I actually met Jack Quaid. I'll just get it. Oh my gosh, I should have already had it. I don't know why. I need to put it on the back of my wall, but I have it in this like scream corner. All right, this may not be appropriate for YouTube, so I'm gonna cover. I met Jack Quaid. That's us. We're doing something from The Boys. That's why I can't show it on YouTube. But he is so nice, right? And he is like just such a great actor. He's in so many things. Scream, The Boys. He was in Oppenheimer, and literally, when he appeared on screen, I was like, oh my god, Jack! Which, honestly, probably a good reason I didn't watch Oppenheimer in the theaters, because the theater would have been all silent, and then Jack Quaid would have come on screen, I would have been like, oh my god, Jack! And people would be like, shh! You know, like, and then I love that when he was on screen, and then literally the next scene is Josh Peck. Hello, Nickelodeon, millennials, like, and the fact that, Josh Peck was the one to push the button, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, that, I'm sorry, but, like, literally everybody was in this movie, and I loved it. It was amazing. Like, it was amazing. Like, I just loved it. Okay, let's get into Cillian Murphy. Guys, I love so many films he's in, 28 Days, all this other stuff. That there was this one movie he did with Justin Timberlake, I think it's called In Time. He's amazing in that movie. So I love seeing him transform and then really get this, like, this is his big role, right? And he absolutely deserves to win the Oscar. He's just, his, like, mannerisms, his face, the way he speaks. I love, like, the whole film, he was always, like, posing, like, he's just so good. And even when they would show him, like, aged, and that's also, shout out to the makeup and hair department, but wow, he is, like, just so amazing in this role. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, this is his role. Like, I was like, wow, you are incredible. I mean, he absolutely sold. I mean, have you guys seen a real picture of the real life Dr. Oppenheimer? I mean, they look like twins. Like, in the like when he was younger. I was like, oh my gosh, like, the casting is insane. So, I was just blown away by his performance. He was so of that era. He got everything right. you know, just completely sold the role. It just amazing. And again, the way that his facial, the one scene that I think was the one that I just like really loved how they did it, was after, you know, the thing happens and he's back. I think they're back at the Alamo, and you know, everyone's like cheering and he's like, yeah guys, we did it. But then in his mind he's feeling the guilt and all the just like, what have we done? And he's just, you know, seeing all this destruction as, you know, if it were happening in Japan, and he's just, you know, losing it and everything's like blowing back. I also love how they would show in the background that the background like was shaking as if the thing was going off. So well done. And he sold that so well. Again, that's not something I heard about in history, obviously, because like what President Truman says in the movie, like they don't care who made it, they cared about who dropped it. Insane. Like insane. The way they did that was crazy. And then the way the movie ends with him just like closing his eye. Oh, that, I wish I experienced that in theaters. I'm so sad. Like that was just so good. I got chills. I was like, oh my gosh. Like that was amazing. I know I'm saying like amazing a lot. That's like my favorite word. I can't stop saying it. Anyways, also I want to say, okay, I need to find out whoever played, oh my gosh, whoever played Albert Einstein. I'm trying to find it. Why can't I find it? Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm going to come back. Apologies to the actor. I feel like I should know this and I can't. Oh, wait. Oh, is it Tom Conti? Apologies if I'm mispronouncing it. Dude, he looked exactly like Albert Einstein. I was like, did they just like reawaken him? Like, wow, that's literally Albert Einstein. And then I love the line again. I don't think I'm saying this the correct way, but the line in the end that he tells Oppenheimer when he was like, you know, there's a lot of consequences that come with our greatest achievements. Wow, that couldn't have been more on point, right? So that was amazing. Like that was truly amazing. I just want to say, like, yes, this film was absolutely incredible. It's, I think, Nolan's best yet. And it absolutely deserves to pick up as many awards as it probably will on Sunday. And of course, I'm a Barbie fan. I love Barbie. I've been a Barbie girl ever since I was a kid. So of course I want Barbie to pick up awards as well. I wish we could give awards to everyone because I just feel like what a great year in film that so many people came out to the cinemas to watch Barbie and to watch Oppenheimer, and we just have these epic films back that make people want to go to the movies again. I think that's something to celebrate too. And yeah, just wow. I could talk forever, but I don't want the video to go on for too long. So yeah, guys, this was a Barbie fan's reaction to finally watching Oppenheimer. And man, I really enjoyed this. Barbie enjoyed Oppenheimer. So that was it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I also, if you're watching this in real time before the Oscars air, I do plan on going live after the award show, like just to recap and give my thoughts on everything. So I'll either do that after the Oscars or the next day. I'm gonna try to do it after though, so it's more fresh. But yeah, guys, if you like this video, if I do fandom stuff, pop culture, conventions, all that stuff here on the channel, and if you want to see any more of that, feel free to subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye, everyone.